I'm going to channel this message as I hear it directly in the moment. You are aware of the shift that is occurring right now. But let me go ahead and give you some clarity about what we're shifting and what was going on beforehand in the previous era versus the new era. So in the previous era, throughout a certain point of time, it's like before the year 2020, okay? 2020 marked like 2020 vision, marked like when you think of 2020 vision, that's a person that has perfect vision. They see everything clearly. They don't need glasses or contacts in order to be able to see. Yes, these glasses are prescription glasses. I normally wear contacts, but I got to give my eyes a rest. I have been wearing contacts where I've been wearing glasses. I started wearing contacts when I was 14, but I started wearing glasses when I was 6 years old. Okay, so I've been wearing glasses for 20 years. Damn, that's a long ass time. But, I was a baby when I first started wearing them. But anyway, I have always, for as long as I can remember, have had to have assistance with seeing. Now, when it comes to like when it comes to the year 2020, that is where the veil was lifted for a lot of people, where everyone is able to see clearly what is exactly happening, what's going on in the world, what's going on amongst their own world in their own personal life. And everything at the start of that decade is where this decade is commemorating about how everything that was once hidden is now coming to the light. Everything that was once hidden behind a veil, the veil is now lifted and everything is being seen more clearly. There's a reason why a lot of people have been going through their awakening, because 2020 marks the decade of the grand global mass awakening. Now, those of you that had already awakened before 2020, that was for a purpose, so that way you would be further along when everyone else started to wake up. You're like, I already got this. Like, I was already kind of here, because you were the type of people that are meant to lead everybody else, because you have gone before them. Like, you've been in this game, you've been in this journey before everybody else. It was kind of like you were kind of just there, just kind of coasting, just either by yourself or with a few people. But then eventually it's like a herd of people entered into this journey, and now you are that leader. You are like this leadership figure for other people, whether this was within your, stop stuttering, fuck, shit, bitch. Whether that is within your community, like your small community amongst your home, or for some of you, it's on a larger scale of your community where you are posting your content, you are on social media, you are in the public eye. Those of you that are guided towards the public eye is those people that are leaders. And a lot of people started posting their content, being this leader. The year 2020 is when they sort of started it. And even if they were very small, they probably weren't like as out there as much, but a lot of people started in 2020. And if they didn't start in 2020, then amongst that decade, 2021, 22 is when they really started to put those messages out there, because they are these leaders, right? So what happens is that we are in this era now of awakening, of seeing the truth, of seeing everything for what it really is, to see evil for what it really is, to see the darkness for what it really is, and to see the light for what it really is. And we have to see that the people that are of the light were the ones that were mistaken of being in the darkness before 2020. And then on the flip side, the people that are actually of the darkness were people that were mistaken of being of the light before 2020. So let's go ahead and get back into what was happening in the previous era, the era of unhealed, the era of unawakened, the era of being unconscious, the era of the veil being over you. Okay. In that era before 2020, before that year 2020, it is what it marks. Like there's like a ripple in time from 2020 on and beyond is the shift. And then 2020 on back is what happened before. Okay. So this is like the bridge in the gap. But so what has happened before 2020 is where a lot of evil people were able to be very manipulative, be very cunning, be very deceptive. They were able to get away with treating people that were of the light so wrong and projecting all of that darkness onto the people of light. So this is why a lot of those narcissists that you had encountered, that is exactly why they were able to fool people for so long. It seemed like it was such a long time because they had started at that point in time. So damn, it's a lot that's coming out at once, but I'm trying to do my best. But listen, bear with me. So basically, I gotta stem while I do this. Okay, sorry, that's too much noise. Okay, we're gonna stem with this. Okay, so basically, what has happened is that beforehand, when these narcissists were able to manipulate everybody, they were able to control everybody. I'm hearing coerce. They were able to even coerce people into doing certain things, into saying certain things, or just coerce people into just doing actions that people didn't even really want to do, but it was that manipulation. They were able to be deceptive. They were able to really get away with what they had done during that time, where it seemed as if they were getting away with it, but God has an ultimate plan, baby. God knew that for a certain duration of time, they would get away with it, quote unquote, because they're not going to fully get away with it. But for a specific period of time, for a short duration, they would essentially get away with it, meaning they would not be reprimanded. People would not necessarily believe that this person is wrong, that this person is a narcissist, that this person is evil, that this person is a horrible person, this person bullies others, this person, starts a smear campaign and turns an entire group of people against one person. How you could think, how could someone, and for some of you, specific message, it's like, how could someone that is so young be so evil? It's like you ran into some people that were like 18, 19 years old that were just so evil, so horrific, so vile, so cruel. And it's like, how can so much evil exist in such a young body? And it happens when people have gone through a lot of traumatic shit and they don't have the Holy Spirit. They don't have God surrounding them. That's why the devil jumped inside their body at a very early age. But listen, in that era, those people were able to manipulate. They were able to get away with what they had been doing to others because the veil was still over people. The people that were actually being targeted, the veil was over them. They didn't realize entirely who they were. They didn't realize the type of anointing that they had over them. They didn't realize the type of spirit that they carry. They didn't realize who they are in the spirit realm. They didn't realize whom they truly are on a soul level. That's why they were going through all of this and not understanding why they are being targeted. Why is all of this happening? It's because the veil was over you. And when the veil was over you, you were unable to fully step into your power. And that's exactly how it was designed, because the devil knew that the veil was over you and that the veil was going to be lifted at a certain point. But what the devil was trying to do is stop you in your tracks and get you to give up before that veil was lifted. Oh, come on. The devil thought that if they could come in and jump inside the vessels of bodies and jump inside other people to come against you and to stop at nothing. It's like some of these people, their mission was to come after you and destroy you. And when they foiled their plans, when they didn't succeed in their mission in destroying them, the devil is going to come back and destroy them. Because it's like, you got to give me your body. You didn't give me that body. Give me yours. And these people had no idea what they were getting themselves into. That's why God allows it, because it's like, you can only serve two masters. And if you gonna serve that devil and come against my child, then when the devil don't want shit to do with you, don't come towards me, because I ain't gonna want nothing to do with you either. So go ahead and just take whatever's gonna happen, because it's like, when the devil was using these people, they thought that they were going to just get away with it for the rest of their lives. They thought they were never going to get reprimanded because the devil was deceiving their mind to make them think that they were going to get away with this and they would never be reprimanded. And the devil has to tell them that, because the devil is deceptive. The devil lies to people that he uses too, because he wants to use his people. So he lies to these people saying, oh, you're not going to get caught. Go ahead and do that. Because the devil knew good and goddamn well they were eventually going to get caught. Because if the devil told him you would get caught, they wouldn't do it exactly what they did. But the devil told him you won't get caught, so they can continue to do exactly what they did to come against you, to destroy you. Part two. So the devil was using these people to come against you, to destroy you, because the devil was deceiving these people to make them think and make them believe that they would never get caught for what they did, that they would never be reprimanded for what they did. Basically the devil lied to them and said, you gonna take this to your grave. You ain't gonna tell nobody about what you did, and you're not even gonna get caught. No one's gonna find out about it. Trust me. Trust me, you're not going to get caught with that. They trusted the devil, thinking that this person they were talking to was God, but it wasn't even God. It was the devil, because when the devil comes in and makes you do deceptive things, makes you do hurtful things to hurt other people. Because listen, one thing that God detests is hands that shed innocent blood, people that harm the innocent. So if you're hearing a voice that is telling you to harm the innocent, that is not God's voice. That is not God's voice. That is the voice of the enemy. That is the voice of the devil. Because God does not want you to harm innocent people. People that you barely know. People that you don't even know. Complete strangers. If the devil is influencing you to go to a person that you don't even know, that you have never met before, that you haven't even had a conversation with, and the devil is telling you to go after that person and go hurt them and go harm them and go do some type of destruction, and that's how you know that that's the devil talking to you, not God talking to you. So anyway, basically, the reason why these people went so hard at destroying you is because they literally were being told by the devil that they were not going to get caught, that none of this was ever going to come to the surface. And I'm telling you, people have done some horrific fucking things. I'm getting the energy of people have gone to other people, and they were just like gossiping about you, just spreading all sorts of lies about you. Like they're going to other people that you barely even know, that people that barely even knew you, people that kind of just met you. They're getting to know you. These people went to others and started spreading lies about you, creating things out of thin fucking air, and basically saying, oh, this person did this person did that, and woo, 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 yada, yada, when all of that stuff wasn't even true. They were just lying on you, lying on your name to tarnish your reputation, to tarnish your character, to fuck up your image, because they wanted other people to see you in a negative light. And when they couldn't find anything negative about you, they had to go create shit. That's why the shit that they came up with was just so extraneous. It was so out there. It was just so out in the... It's like, where the fuck would you even come up with some bullshit like that? And the fact that these people actually believe, some people actually believe that shit was true. Some people actually came towards you and was like, I heard that you did so-and-so. I heard that you said so-and-so. I heard that you did X, Y, and Z. And they're telling them, no, I never did that. That's not true. That didn't happen. I'm telling you the truth. And they're like, well, why would this person say that you did? Because, sweetie, that person is a fucking liar. And what you should have done instead, the mature thing to do is when you hear a rumor, you want to go to the source, you want to go to the person that the rumor is about, and you want to ask them what is going on and then get their answer. And then that way you're going to know, oh, okay, this person is telling me the truth. So, yeah, but when you come towards someone that you've, like, if a rumor is being spread about someone and you go towards the person that the rumor is being spread about, and you come being the aggressor, being all aggressive and, instantly antagonizing them, instantly accusing them, when you did not once even ask or inquire whether it was true or not, it says a lot about your character. 1, it says that you're fucking naive. 2, it says that you are easily deceived. 3, it says that you are easily manipulated. 4, it says that you don't have a mind of your fucking own. 5, it says that you are a follower. 6, it says that you don't have strong discernment. 7, it says that you don't have the Holy Spirit living within you, because why would you, give in to all of this gossip about somebody? Especially, you will know them by their fruit. Especially if the person that is coming to you talking about spreading a rumor about somebody, saying a lie about somebody, why don't you go look at that person and see the type of attitude they have, the type of character that they have? And is this person kind? Is this person sweet? Is this person empathetic? Or are they mean? Are they nasty? Why would you sit up there and believe somebody that has already shown you that they're mean, nasty, rude, and disrespectful? So you see, these people, like the people that believed the lies that were spread against you, are not good people as well. They're just nothing but fucking followers, okay? And the people that actually spread the lies were the main ones doing the dirty work, but they wanted to basically tell other people and say, you should talk to them, or you should ask them what's going on, because the person that was the main culprit behind all of this wanted to keep their hands clean. They wanted to keep their fucking hands clean, and they didn't want anyone else to know that they were the main culprit behind all of this. That's why they had to gather people up in groups to come against you, because that was the only way they could get away with what they were doing. And also, I'm hearing some other things about, like, there have been some people that have gone through some, some lustful things in their past, where there are people that have been, and if you've been feeling this, this is your confirmation, where you have been, I gotta say it, some of you have experienced molestation when you were a child and you were too young to remember this. And for those of you that you do remember the fact that you were molested, and the fact that this was like childhood sexual abuse and stuff like that, this went on within the family, this was relatives, this was family members that have done this to you, or even if it wasn't like a blood relative, it was like a close family friend, someone that was always around that did this to you. And listen, those people that did this to you when you were a child, they thought that they were going to get caught, because the devil was deceiving them too. The devil was telling them, oh no, like, just put them to sleep and they won't see anything, they won't know anything about it, they're just do it while they're sleeping, so that no one's going to know, that they won't wake up. Or they're doing stuff like, well, if we lie to their parent, lie to their parent about what's happening, like, or lie to the mother about what's happening, then they won't, no one's going to find out about it. If we go ahead and tell a lie about what we're actually doing and where we're actually going, they're not going to know exactly what's happening. All we have to do is lie. All we have to do is retell the narrative, and we're not going to get caught. Basically, the devil was basically trying to deceive these people to think like if they could just lie their way out of it, if they can just do things to not look suspicious, if they can just, you find that suspicious, if they could just find a way to not be suspicious, if they could find a way to play it off, if they could find a way to just make things seem as if it wasn't what it was, they thought that they were going to get away with this shit. But I'm telling you, God sees all. And while they were sitting here doing all of this, thinking that they were going to get away with it, and I'm guarantee you, baby, some of these people, there have been years, decades, that this has not come to the surface. That, like, they was able to get away with this shit for decades, baby. But it's all coming to the light. It's all coming to the surface because the veil has been lifted. And those very people, the very person that molested you is going to be exposed. The people that were an accomplice with the people that molested you are also going to be exposed as an accomplice to this atrocity, because this was a crime against you. Anytime a person is SA'd, raped, molested, that is a crime against humanity, a crime against a human. Because the person that is doing it knows that what they're doing is wrong. They know that they are violating your body. They know that they are assaulting your body, but they do not care, because all they care about is their own pleasure, their own selfish pleasure, their own lustful, ego, fleshly pleasure. The veil is being lifted now, because these people were able to get away with this for far too long. They were able to get away with what they had been doing for decades, for years. They were able to get away with this, and people didn't believe that the people that are as corrupt as they are, the people that did the horrific things to you, the people that molested you, the people that abused you, the people that started whole smear campaigns, the people that tried to tarnish your image, other people didn't want to believe that person, those people, were as evil as they were as wicked as they were. People didn't believe them as wicked. People didn't see them as horrible. They didn't see them as evil. They just saw them as it's like, however they saw him, they may have felt sorry for him, or maybe they may have liked him, or maybe they had some type of respect for him, whatever the case is. But listen, let me tell you, they were able to get with it for so long, but they're not going to continue to get away with it. Everything is coming to the surface. Everything is coming to the forefront. Whatever is done in the dark is coming to the light. God is bringing everything to the light. Everything is coming to the light. And it may have seemed like, oh, damn, why were they getting away with that for so long? It's because the veil hadn't been lifted yet. A lot of shit had to go down before the veil would be lifted, so that people can, so that people can expose their true character, their true morals, and that they can expose their true colors. God wanted to test these people's hearts. God wanted to test these people's spirits. God wanted to test these people's souls and see, what type of soul do you have? Do you have a pure soul, a loving soul, or do you have a wicked soul? Because wicked souls do wicked things. And before the veil was lifted, those people that did wicked things, like, you're a wicked soul. So you're wrote off, like, you're wicked. You're wicked. You're evil. You're cruel. And it was basically thinking, How far are these people going to go?